This is weird. Nothing on my computer is like working in terms of video, and the only way that I can record like a video is to go live on my cell phone. So, yeah, I have not gone live like this in a long time. So, yeah, it's actually kind of nice. And I recorded a video with no audio. So, like, there's no audio, and the reading today was actually quite nice. And so, I'm going to go ahead and do the reading over again. Hopefully, it will resonate with the ones who are watching this live, so that way you get like more personal information tailored towards your energy with this reading, okay, for this week. And so, without further ado, today is July 15th, 2025. I'm going to go ahead and ring the meditation singing bowl to clear our space and energy, and we can get started. I welcome in my spirit guides and holy angels and highest and greatest good. I welcome messages of love and light that bring healing and love to all. Please bless this reading. Thank you. All right, guys. So I don't know if you guys can hear me, but if you're here in the chat and you can help me out, then please let me know, because nothing is really working right now. Okay. So, dear Spirit and holy angels, can you please reveal to me clear messages in regards to the collective energies of divine masculine? What is the energy that we need to know about the counterpart of the person who is watching this reading? Thank you, Spirit. How do they currently think of you? How are they feeling? What is it that they want? And what is the outcome? What is the current energy surrounding your person for this week? Okay, so I don't know if you can actually see this. You see? Hmm? Okay, well, maybe not. I don't know. I'll do it like this. Okay. Okay, so like what I'm seeing here is that the masculines, they're really open to share their feelings with the feminine, okay? And they have been alone. They haven't been, like, let's say that your person has been with the karmic. They're actually not like spending time with them in the way that you may have think that they're actually spending time with them. They're actually spending a lot of time alone thinking, okay, about how are they going to navigate the energy, okay? How are they going to, resolve their relationship or connection with the karmic, and also enhance the connection with you? Yeah, because I see here that, they're really thinking in terms of long term. So instead of like, just a quick energy of, just spending time with the feminine, what I'm seeing is that they're really thinking about spending long term. Okay, like if they were to see themselves in the next 10 years, where do they see themselves? Okay, and they're holding their feelings back on this because they really don't know. I really feel like, they're afraid to really open up about how they really feel, and they want to apologize. Okay, they want to apologize for not opening up, Maybe like in the previous situation, they kind of cut things off with the feminine. And the thing is that they're trying to release the energy of being with the karmic situation so that they can be with you, okay, and the correct way, okay, not as a secret, but of someone that they're choosing for life, okay, that they can be publicly associated with, okay, amongst their friends and family. And so they have a hard time of letting go. They're having a hard time of moving on, from what I can see. And they're going through a change. So, you know, Mercury retrograde starts in a few days from now. Okay, and I really feel like there's a wave of divine masculines who will be connecting with their feminines, okay, this week, or actually this month. And it's going to be a period of reflection. I really feel as if you're going to receive like an apology, like how are we going to make this work? Currently they're going to go through a situation. I saw earlier that, you know, either A, they're getting a divorce, or they're just having talks with the karmic on separation, okay? And so, like, I really feel as if there's a lot that's going on, and they really don't know where you actually stand, because they're having this romantic vibe of being with the feminine, okay? And so, yeah, I mean, I see that, you know, with the separation coming from the masculine towards the karmic, there's a lot of stress, especially if there's children here involved. But, you know, they're learning to say no and make it happen. So, again, like, you know, when I did the reading earlier, the one that didn't really go through because there's no audio, what I'm seeing is that they're actually making a plan, okay, towards the feminine. And you know, and these aren't definite plans. These are just like, hey, you know, this is what's going on. I know that you're in a particular situation. You know, I'm just letting you know what I'm going through, and it's up to the feminine to make a decision if they want to entertain the masculine, or you know, or just like keeping the feminines in check about like what's going on in their life. Now, I'm seeing here that there's like a lot of new beginnings that's actually happening. And yeah, there's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of like arguments, not necessarily towards the feminine. It could be towards the feminine, but I really feel like this is with karmic people. This is family. This is the karmic individual. This could be children, whatever this thing is. Okay. They feel like it's unfair. They feel like everything is falling on the masculine whenever they're trying to, you know, step forward, you know, and make you know, like a different choice in their life. But they're trying to come up with a plan, okay? So what I'm feeling is that for this week, moving forward, there's a wave of divine masculines. Like, let's just say that they were caught up in a marital situation. I know that not everyone's in a marriage, okay? But if your person is caught up in a marital situation, they're highly considering breaking up with the karmic, okay, or there's talks about it. And previously I saw that the masculines, they were afraid of, you know, giving the divorce because they would lose so much in, you know, their assets, right? Like they would probably have to give so much towards the karmic or whatnot. If they have kids, that's fine because, you know, they're obligated to do those things. But I really feel that they know what they're worth. They know they're not happy. They were happy with the feminine. They regret that so much time has passed with the feminine that they chose to be with the karmic. But I saw earlier that the masculines, they chose the karmic because of that materialistic reason, because they didn't want to lose everything, you know, and that is the reason, guys. You know, it wasn't because they were in love with the karmic, they were just afraid. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I see here the King of Swords in reverse, also the Queen of Cups, and the Hangman. Okay, so in terms of how your person is thinking is they know that they kind of cut the feminine off. They want to apologize. Okay, they're kind of like resisting opening up towards the feminine, because it's like, what can I say? What is going to make it right, you know, for this masculine to approach the feminine, because they know that they were cold. Okay, they know that they cut the feminine off in that way. You know, for some, I see that they could be giving you a gift. They could be, you know, giving you something, you know, that they know that you like or enjoy. So that could be like one way of opening up towards the viewer. Okay, so how are they feeling? Okay, so we have here the Six of Wands. Also, we have here the Ten of Swords in reverse. And also, we have here the Moon in reverse. So, the truth is that they're healing. They've learned so much. They realize that they let their ego get in the way of this relationship more than they acknowledged. Okay, so they're coming to terms. It almost feels as if they've matured, they've accepted responsibility for their actions. They could tell this to you. Okay, not everyone is going to get like this breakdown as to like what happened, why did they choose the karmic, you know, what's going on in their life. But I really feel like for some of these masculines, they could actually open up towards the feminine and explain it to you. Okay, but if you're not going to get like the full breakdown of like what was going on, then what I'm seeing is that the truth is that they were hurting, and you know, they were just letting their ego to either self-soothe or just make it look like they're not hurting on the outside, but deep down inside, you know, there's a lot of pain. Okay, and you know, for a masculine energy, they didn't want to be vulnerable. But what masculine is now understanding is that we all have this masculine and feminine energy from within. And if you don't allow the feminine energy to come through, to have the balance, okay, that's what makes someone, you know, special. That is the thing where you can actually open up towards intimacy, is to be vulnerable, is to share the weakness, you know, with your person, instead of hiding everything. And so I feel that there's like this other like level, or like a onion peel, that this person is willing to shed, to shine some light towards the feminine. And I really feel that they want to express this to the feminine. Okay, but like I said, not every masculine is going to be like that, but their higher self is coming through and they're showing that to me. Okay, so right now, what the masculine wants is the Emperor. Also, we have the Chariot. And then we have Eight of Cups. So masculines, they want to take control. I mean, like this is happening this week, guys, like this weekend. The Chariot is an energy of like really quick energy. So quickly, this masculine is going to let go of a situation. So this is like in August timeframe at Eight of Cups. That's like 8 months. Okay, so it could mean August timeframe or 8 months from now. Your person is really they're making a decision. So again, like strongly, I feel like, you know, there's like a wave of twins where you're going to hear from your person. They're going to tell you their plan. Whether or not you care about their plan or not, that's really up to you. Everyone has free will. But what I'm seeing is that the plan is to walk away for something better, because they realize that they've settled for less. They weren't completely happy with, you know, the current situation that they're in. And so in the outcome, wow, look, we have here the Wheel of Fortune. we have what? Temperance, which is my twin flame card. And then finally, we have here the Eight of Swords. So this is good, guys. Like, no longer feeling like the victim, practicing patience, okay, for their destined outcome. So again, okay, now before, like when I did another reading that didn't go through, but this was the guidance card. It was the spider spirit, and it says make your dreams real. If you've given up on the connection, then how the heck are you going to manifest reunion, right? If you don't think that this will ever like come through, then will it ever come through? So there has to be two consenting people to make this thing a reality. Like, let's just say that you've been on the journey for a while, you took a break from it, but now you're back. Okay, that's okay, because you know, if you've been with me on my channel for some time, I always talk about if you love someone, you let them go, you set them free, and if they come back, it's meant to be. Sometimes people, they just need like years off, right? A decade. It could be 2 decades, whatever it takes, okay? Everyone's karma is different. And what I'm saying is that sometimes, you know, it takes some time to step away from the relationship to only realize that the feelings, the love that you have was genuine. It was real with that particular person. And it took going through like a karmic person, maybe 3 karmic people, you know, before they come back to the feminine and they realize, you know, what they left or what they didn't pursue was the love of their life. And there's a lot of regret that's coming up to the surface for this masculine collective. So that's what I'm seeing here so far, guys. So let me go ahead and actually pull a message for the collective. Okay, last time I pulled the spider, but let's see what comes through on the live. So Spirit, please reveal a spirit guided message for the collective, something that is going to help them for this week as they connect with their divine counterparts. We have Dragonfly Spirit, and it says truth transcends illusion. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what that's all about. And it's a number 22. Like, guys, I've been seeing this number 22 like often. So 22 is 2, okay, which is a 4. But 2 is like duality. It's like making a decision between 2 people, 2 situations. And I see here 2 on the screen right now. And so like with that, it equals 4. 4 is a number of stability. It's union energy. 1, 1, 1, 1. And so like, I really feel like there's going to be a certain alignment with a certain collective. Not everyone is going to experience this, but I definitely do see that there is going to be an alignment for some of my twins who are actually watching this channel. Okay, so number 22. Okay, so it says here. Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as a dragonfly catches your eye with its relative wings and body, Dragonfly Spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere. Peeking through from behind the veil in the realm of spirit, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone, for a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate, and you realize that you're embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you, aligning with what you're preoccupied Dragonfly Spirit offers this message. You exist in unity with all, including the protective spirits who share their wisdom, and you are being nudged along the path your soul needs to travel to have the experiences it craves. Love exists in many forms, and sometimes we overlook it when we don't realize a particular form. Pay attention to the signs now. They remind you that each of us have inspired dreams seamlessly sewn into the fabric of the invisible world. And there is a great consciousness that exists in the seemingly empty spaces guiding us on our journey. Open to the truth, letting the wisdom of the hidden realms inform you, providing insights your conscious mind overlooks. Okay, guys, so think about your conscious awareness, okay? Things that you kind of know, right? Like without like thinking very deeply. But there's also a lot of things that is going on subconsciously. And in order to do that, you would have to go into hypnosis or like doing like deep breath meditation or like really diving deeply, like journaling and figuring out where do these feelings come from, you know? And it could be about a myriad of reasons, for certain situations to come out into your existence. But what I'm seeing is that there is a purge that is actually going on. Okay. And this dragonfly is like, yeah, you can see things really quickly. It says truth transcends illusion. So what is the illusion here? And a lot of times it's what we think or what we perceive. And so that's what I'm seeing here. So okay, here is the protection message. And hello, gangstalked God. Hi. Okay, so did you really think that this world of its senses is all there is? From the hidden mystical realm, signs are being sent to you. But perhaps you have perceived separation and convinced yourself that you are on your own. Have you fallen into the spiritual amnesia and forgotten your connection to a living, loving, always a supportive universe? If so, rub the sleep out of your eyes, for Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of all the love and support available to you in this moment. There is an organizing principle underlying the events you have experienced, and Dragonfly Spirit can help you see it and trust that Spirit has your back. Let go of the illusion of chaos and randomness. Love is here. So follow the signs that appear serendipitously. As you pay attention to the magic all around you, you will know you are on the right track. So again, like, this could come out of nowhere. This is not planned. Like, if you have not heard from your divine masculine and you have no idea that they're planning for a divorce or just like letting go of the karmic situation, hey, like if you're not seeing this, that means universe is working behind the scenes in order to prepare like some of the twins for union. Okay, and that is if you guys both worked on yourself and if both parties are consenting for reunion, because I know that not all twins want to have reunion. But that's what I'm seeing here. And especially, you don't want to take them back where they're still broken. I'm not saying they have to be perfect, but they actually have to be a vibrational match or in alignment with you so that you won't have the runner chaser energy again. Okay, especially if you've been in separation from them for a while. So that's what I have, guys. I hope that that was helpful. So let me see here. I'm on this tiny screen. Okay, so I see here, thank you for your reading. I finally cut contact after 6 years. I'm working on yourself. It's nice to spiritually think that we're all still connected, albeit not in the physical. Yes, and that is okay. A lot of times the spirit is your mirror or the twin is your mirror. And what is it that that person is reflecting that you actually need to work on yourself? Are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with where you're at in life? And thankfully for the twin, that person actually helps you to be like the best version of you. And if it's been 6 years and, and things are still not in alignment, then that is the thing. That's why I say time is an illusion. We only think that, okay, well, it's been 6 years, blah, 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 and things are still not progressing. But, sometimes it takes that length of time to come to like a conclusion about a certain situation. And then I see here a small person, prayer hands. Okay, let's see. Patak. He is my DM or someone karmic. He is married and extremely toxic for you. He is your cousin. Also, should I move on? Yeah, honey. Who is he mine? Why am I suffering on this on every level? Okay, so what I'm feeling is that person is supposed to teach you a lesson about yourself. Why are you allowing yourself to feel that way? If he's toxic, then why are you allowing toxicity into your life? It's probably because there's something deep down inside of you where you need to heal. And it could be from your childhood, and you have no idea that you have programmed yourself because of things that you have seen, growing up as a child, that is actually, like allowing yourself to make decisions in your adult life. Okay, a lot of people, they go through that and they have no idea that that's what they're doing. But a lot of times it's because of the programming that you have done, for a while. So it's really good to do like the shadow work, the inner work, finding out the source of the problem. Why do you feel this way? Why are you attracting to certain types of people? When was the first time that actually happened to you? You have to think about this. Okay, so like let's say like throughout your whole life you're always attracting the same type of person and you don't know why. It's like, different face, but the same thing. That's karma. Okay, and so until you resolve your karma, you have to experience it over and over again. That is your lesson. So this whole journey is about journey of self. Okay, that twin is to trigger you to figure out what is going on inside of you that you need to work on. Okay, and you know let's just say that both you guys work on those things. Okay, at that point you have the option if you want to choose that person and continue to work on your relationship with that person, or you can work on yourself and actually attract someone, a soulmate, who is actually your vibrational match that makes you happy. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, why are you allowing yourself, being attracted to a toxic person? It's because they're teaching you something, and you need to learn from that individual and how you need to say no. Like, that is not what you want. And then you have to figure out what is that you want deep down inside. Okay. So that's what I have, guys. I don't know if you guys have any other questions, but if you're just chiming in, the whole reason for me coming live is because I have tried to record on my computer. I actually did a reading and it came out with no audio. It's like, yeah. So I think you guys can hear me. And it's been a while since I recorded on my cell phone. Like, I started off recording on my cell phone when I started this YouTube channel, so it's been a long time, guys. So, I really hope that this reading was helpful, and if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can. All of my readings, they're on sale for the entire summer until the first week of September. So if you want me to look deeper into your personal situations, I have many types of readings. I have karmic reading. I have no communication reading. I even have a single question reading. I have like, I call it the twin flame quickie, but I think I changed it to like just a love reading. So it's like very similar to the readings that I do like on the weekly guidance messages. So I hope that that was helpful, guys. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope that you got a little piece out of this. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys. And then I have to figure out how to end this.